I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater, waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh, dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short, oh Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine. 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience. God, I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a show and a few good songs that will take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and thought to themselves, what if George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter pull it off again? Can you imagine? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be, sitting there in the dark, you knew that when the show began, you would be taken to another world. A world full of color, and music, and glamour. And you thought to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Hello. How are we today? I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason. A little sad that I should feel anxious at this age. You know, a little self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness. A state that I call blue. Anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was just about to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I said, wait, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, when the champagne flowed, while the caviar chilled, and all the world was a party. For the wealthy anyway. So I dug about, and what did I find but one of my favorite shows? Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone, remember? Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It's a 2-record set, remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this is a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read you what it says in the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning now, but back then it just meant fun. And that's just what this show is. It's fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play the record for you now? I was hoping you would say yes. You hear that static? I love that sound. To me, that's the sound of a time machine starting. Alright, now let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November, 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold. Remember when you used to get cold in November? Not anymore. November's the new August now. It's global warming. We're all doing it. Anyway, it's very cold, and a heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky. But you don't care, because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. Isn't this wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. overtures. Overtures are out of style now. I miss them. It's the show's way of welcoming you. Hello. Welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? That's what an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Ah, something new. What could it be? Sounds kind of like a dance tune, kind of rollicking. Maybe involving pirates. Don't worry, there'll be no pirates. Now here it comes. The moment when the music starts to build, and you know you're only seconds away from being transported. Curtain's going up. I can't wait.
Anthony!
Yes, madam.
How do I look?
You look great, Miss Hopper.
Oh, I do love this dress though. It never goes out of style.
It's a miracle, madam.
My dress, my fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it. Let's confess. My dress, I love my dress. Someone tell me why I put it on.
Yes, yes. Your dress, your fancy dress. Was such a pleasure airing it, restitching and repairing it. God bless your dress. It's one fine dress. And I will tell you why you put it on. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Madam, you're the hostess and it's happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will dong. Wedding bells will ding-a-ling and we will ding along. Wedding guests are gone,
Wedding guests are here.
wedding guests are at the door and soon they will appear.
I'm Robert, the bridegroom. I'm here to marry Janet, that star of Beltic's follies, whom I love a lot. I'm George, that's George, his best man, George. I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought. Mrs. Toddvale. Now don't worry, I have this whole wedding planned out. The key is organization, see? Each string represents a task yet to be completed. And musicians, you have the florist, minister. This whole wedding's gonna run like clockwork.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding? I'm kidding, just kidding. I came with Mr. Felton. I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot.
We're pastry chefs.
We're pastry chefs.
We cross our hearts and pastry chefs. The bakery
A bakery
is what we got.
I'll done for, my name is I'll done for. I am the king of romance, my key is a lot.
You are the king of romance, so you kiss a lot. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Someone hasn't come, someone isn't here. Where is Jenny Feather and when will she appear? It's Janet, it's Janet, it's Janet Feather. I'm Janet Ventura, here to marry Robert Martin, giving up a life of glamour to tie the knot. And I like, I'm the
bride who's giving up the stage for love, her debonair bridegroom, a hairy producer, jovial gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a flaky Corinne, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, what we'd now call lesbian. And of course, my favorite character, the drowsy chaperone. What more could you need for an evening's entertainment? Wasn't that wonderful? And we will ding along. I don't even know what that means. All right, I'll lead you through this record as best I can. Don't worry, it won't be too difficult to follow along. So we begin with a welcome from the love-struck groom.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I tell you, I must be one lucky fellow. Who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl would give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. Now, for word prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass.
Here, here.
To Janet Van de Graaff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not! Excuse me? The groom mustn't see the bride on the day of his wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot, basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian room.
Say, it's a little early in the day for drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. That's your only job, understand?
I want happy time. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey. I am!
So with the bride and groom whisked away, we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Felton!
Get married and leave the
Mr.
show.
Felton!
Doesn't she know I got
Mr.
up for
Felton!
business?
I could be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kidding, for the last time. You don't have what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, I'm pretty good too. Last week, I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feltzig were a couple in real life, Jack and Sadie Adler. Now this was a familiar comic construct, a stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. At least she appears stupid, but in the end she does something quite clever and makes everyone wonder whether it's all just an act. The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently, but still, she had a wonderful career on the stage. At that time, the theater was the only place stupid people could make a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
Petite boy, Mr. Feltzig.
Not now.
Perhaps a nice profiterole.
Guys, I'm not hungry.
But perhaps we could give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
And primarily,
employees of a certain individual
A certain individual?
a certain
who
individual
happens to be the largest single investor in Feltzig's Follies. He has sent us here
as pastry chef.
to express his concern about Miss Van de Graaff's impending nuptials.
Specifically,
That if she gets married and leaves the show, then
And
there ain't no show. Say, don't I know you?
no, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo? Have you ever spent any time in a coma? No, but I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty, guys, tell your boss this wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
Huh. We'll take your word, all right.
To go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now we hope we have made ourselves perfectly clear.
One cannoli hope.
You just gotta be kidding me.
A trifle much?
Don't talk with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Relax, we can act.
On the lamb.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon.
The gangsters were played by the interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall siblings, Jane and Peter Tall. They were born Yenta and Mendel Mosloskovich, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were the typical example of the early Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movements, not very intimidating. Unless you find dances intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that would not be appropriate to the situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Felsick. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for. Holy cats, Mr. Felsick! They're gangsters!
Very perceptive. Now go pat your face. I've got to stop this wedding. But how? Oh, Lord in heaven. How? How?
I always felt that moment was a little overplayed. So with the plot well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He started out as the Albright toothpaste man. His fabulous smile adorned every tooth. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. It's true. If you looked at the label, it was the 5th ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long at all before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now, don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is, of course.
I love Percy Hyman. Now, some people say that he was a bad actor, but to those people I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man, shaking and a quick hand, trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something big be bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet can be uncontrollable feet. Rhythm make them cold feet drop down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches played in ragtime swing. Big frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold beats, schmold beats, turn them into bold beats. Rhythm make them cold beats.
You don't say. Well, why don't you just slide back into your mud hole, you backstabbing worm? Well, now I gotta find another minister. Say, what are you up to?
Singing the song the old Negro taught me. A Dixie remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you got the jitters? You got the easy part. I still gotta get rice, veneers, and a minister. I got the whole weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
George, it sounds like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Bold feet.
What do I do? Scold feet?
No! Make the cold feet hot.
Percy Hyman was a wonderful performer. I like to think of him panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him on the news recently, celebrating his 100th birthday. To say that the passing years had taken a toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out, and he had that wide-eyed expression of pain and confusion that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. You know, the one that says, "Who are you? Who am I? And why is that cake on fire?" You know? Anyways.
All right. That's enough of that. Dancing around like a fool. Sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day, after all. Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is too dangerous. Oh, why don't you go out for a skate instead? Hey, that's what I do when I'm a Boston, Steve. George, you think of everything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, no. You're not going out there like that, my boy. You might see Janet. Here, put on this blindfold. George, what would I do without you? Just looking out for you, my boy, and no more tap dancing. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore it. It does this occasionally. It rings. It will stop soon. Just ignore it. What? What do you want?
Hello. You've reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll call you back at my convenience.
Oh, well that's it. It's ruined. Thank you, life. God, it's like a cell phone going off in the theater. It's so frustrating. Hello, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at the theater right now, ruining the moment. How about you? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry. Let's shake that off. Let's go back in our minds to November 1928. They didn't have cell phones in 1928, but I'm sure they had something for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something.
Wedding time.
So the scene shifts, and we find the bride, Lazarus and Amanda, entertaining questions from reporters as she lumbers by the room.
Miss Vandegraff, is it true you're giving up a successful career to marry a man you hardly know?
Yes. Robert and I met on the leader deck of the Ile-de-France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spoke briefly, and then he proposed. So you won't be returning to the stage? Ever? I shan't. You should. I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Of course. One more question. Yes?
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How'd you give up the footlights when you know very well you have grease paint in your bed?
Victor, please!
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the mug. Stare at the bottles. I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to rhyme moves no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss Miss no more. The lonely signature no more. I don't want to show off.
Janet, please.
Don't try to convince me
think it looks like it's ready to done deal.
Yeah. Can't you see performance killing her soul?
Don't worry, guys. This ain't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore. I don't want an encore no more. Leave us shout one more more. Make the audience roar no more. I don't want to show.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? I'm sure you remember the Oops girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great that it caused the men around her to have accidents. Spill their drinks, drive their cars into trees, and she would go, oops. Well, I'm not really doing it justice, but people ate it up. She made a whole series of films. Oops, The Oops Girl, Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay. Begging to go out didn't work. I'm to plan B. For that, I'm gonna need an accountant, someone gullible with loose morals. I need what do you call it? A European.
In walks Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Aldolfo was played by former silent film stars and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. He was the one who later drank himself to death at his chateau in Nice, remember? It was 5 days before they found the body, and by that time it had been partially consumed by his poodles. It was only partially consumed.
Excuse me. I don't know you met.
I am Aldolfo.
You are Aldolfo.
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Not the Aldolfo.
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
James. What?
Well, just now I overheard the groom saying that Aldolfo was a scoundrel. I just heard him say it.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel?
Those very words.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel!
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He is saying this to peoples, to beautiful ladies with breasts for making love. Why?
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
Yes! No! Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so we can't get married.
Show me to this groom. Wait!
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
well, he's big on the outside.
No. Aldolfo will not fight big men. Small, pale, wheezy little dwarf that Aldolfo can punch far away. But no big men.
So you're a lover, a fighter.
Yes, Aldolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge back at a man is through his...
Door!
No. The best way to get back at a man is through his...
Window!
No. Revenge back at a man through his...
Through his. There is no other ways. And not Santa Claus coming down cheaply.
Through his woman.
Through his woman.
Yes, Adolfo. You must seduce his woman.
His woman.
Right.
Aldolfo will make love to bride. That will show people Aldolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride. Wait!
What?
What kind of woman is this bride? A big woman?
No.
A burly woman?
No, she's the cat's pajamas.
Pajamas?
She's a looker, an attractive woman.
Show me to this cat in pajamas. Aldolfo will make her purr, snap, like a cat in pajamas.
Roman Bartelli during the scenery. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? Mature, contemporary audiences are too sophisticated to enjoy broad racial stereotypes on the stage. So we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Yes, madam.
The pastry chef's been kind enough to provide liquor for the party. But remember, Angeline, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition, after all.
I am aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if someone says they want a glass of ice water, means they want a glass of vodka. You got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write that down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
A glass of ice water.
Vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka. Vodka.
Well, you see, that settles it. One less thing to do. Underneath, might I please have a glass of ice water? We found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying. Enjoy a refreshing glass of ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
That's Pierre Vodka.
I hate this scene.
I do need a glass of ice water.
Some ice water, madam.
Yes, ice water. I'm going down.
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
That's Pierre Vodka.
You know, in some ways, The Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive for its time. A female actress playing one of the gangsters, for instance.
Your ice water, madam.
That's Pierre Vodka.
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm going to skip ahead.
That was... Who? Where do you think you're going?
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sake, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now you're probably asking yourself, what was that routine doing in the show? Well, it's simple. There's a song coming up, and they needed something to allow for the set change. It's mechanics. It's like pornography. Let me explain what I meant by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic. How do I pay for this pizza? Being the classic example. My point is, as in a musical, the story exists only to connect the longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, what kind of a society do we live in if we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes.
this is a really interesting scene. This is the only time in the show that Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on the stage. Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
I am so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, chaperone?
No, I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Have you ever been married, underling?
Heavens, no, madam. If I'm going to serve woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big monkey eyes, oh gee, I get all woozy, and that's love, isn't it?
Well, not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. I mean, I am woozy right now, but I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that time, she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as stupefy. Still, she demanded a rousing anthem be included in every show she ever did, even if it wasn't appropriate. But you just couldn't say no to her. Now, that's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure where to turn or what to do. Still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a little bird will sing his song as we stumble along.
Quite nice, chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Let me explain.
Oh, really? That's not necessary. I suppose I'm just looking for a sympathetic...
It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you, tell you, nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica, oh please.
Antarctica. Oh, please.
Still, you mustn't let it make you this planet also bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floor, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar and we see that morning star,
rousing anthem about alcoholism. That's what I love about her. She just does her own thing when she wants, regardless of the needs and concerns of others. My mother was like that.
Well, that was quite inspiring, chaperone, but I'm still conflicted. Oh, please just tell me. Is Robert the man for me?
My dear, that's something that you'll have to decide for yourself.
But I just don't know if he loves me.
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
And you're quite right. I take that responsibility very seriously. However, I'm feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. And I'm afraid that I'll have to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question on which your future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. When will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la.
Look who it is. It's Aldolfo come to seduce the bride.
I am Aldolfo.
Try not to think of the poodles while you're listening to this part.
I am Aldolfo, and you are bride.
No, I am not.
What? This is very sweet. You are the only one here. Therefore, you must be bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron.
What?
Me? No bride. Perhaps I could take a message.
Yes, very good. Dear Vandergraaf bride, I must make love to you and transport you to the place of ecstasy. Sooner is better. Signed Adolfo, King of Romance.
Well, you saw through my little ruse. You found me out.
Ah, so you are the bride.
Apparently, yes. Take me, Aldolfo.
No. Not Adolfo. Adolfo. You must remember my name when we are making love and you're screaming. You must say the right name or else you will spoil everything. How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name Adolfo, a ladies' man who wins a claim Adolfo. Well, lovely miss, I am not same Adolfo. I introduce myself. I am Adolfo.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear Adolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Adolfo. The lovely ladies always cheer Adolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Adolfo.
Understood.
I can sing it high, Adolfo. I can sing it low, Adolfo. I can sing it very fast, Adolfo. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now. But it would take hours. Now let's see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Now who's the fellow that you see?
Aldolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Aldolfo.
And who is it I'll always be?
Aldolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Aldolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. For all you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason because maybe you are card of hearing or something, I don't know. It goes da ha 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 ha. For yeah.
I think it was her secret fantasy to be swept off her feet by a Latin lover. I mean a real Latin lover, out of a book. But that's what musicals are all about, right? Romantic fantasy, falling in love at the drop of a hat, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting.
I'm an accident waiting to I'm sorry, madam. I'm getting married today, so I have to wear this blindfold.
A blindfold?
I'm sorry, who am I speaking to anyhow?
Why, it's me. I mean, Mimi. Mimi from France.
The scene couldn't be more ridiculous.
So, you are Mimi Jeanne Van de Graaf, no?
Oh, oui.
I hear she's very beautiful.
Oh, oui.
And glamorous.
Oh, oui, oui.
Is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and excels at playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France did you say you were from?
Oh, the middle part, where they make the toast. You were telling me about your, how do I say it in English? Fiancé?
Ah, that's right.
Now tell me, when was the moment when you knew that she was the only one for you?
Oh, well, it's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck at the Ile de France.
Yes?
And I was entertaining her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
And then I looked into her eyes, her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt her woozy.
And then you fell! And then you fell?
That's right on my keister. And I said, well, I must not have my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dog.
That's what she said. And that's when I knew it must be love.
And then you said?
Well, then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you came around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged chair, the hem that's been caught by a shoe. When my two gloves of garb started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen, so how did I happen to you?
And then what happened?
And then she joined in.
When men seem sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella.
A branch hanging loose from a tree.
I can see myself jumping and clapping for the man who lives dangerously. You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry, it happened to me. And then what happened?
And then we kissed.
You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry and happen to me. Wait a minute! You kissed a strange French girl on your wedding day!
Oh no! What have I done?
Well, it would seem that the blindfold and the fake French accent had caused a terrible misunderstanding. What a mess. Will it all work out in the end? Of course it will. It's a musical. It's not real. In musicals, everything always works out. In the real world, nothing ever works out, and the only people who burst into song are the hopelessly deranged.
What is that flavor for? How long can it take to seduce one guy?
You don't need Danny no more.
Kitty, not now.
I've been working on a mind-reading act.
idiot.
No wonder it was so easy.
Mr. Felton,
It seemed like the wedding was proceeding according to schedule.
now it's time you receive your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Felton?
Yeah. How about a Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
Toledo surprise. I've never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those who have heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow,
And then you got a Toledo.
Toledo surprise.
Could you run that by me again one more time?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felton.
First you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow, and then you got a Toledo. Toledo surprise. What do you say, partner? Should we give him a little taste?
All right.
Hold it! With style, with grace, with rhythm. Open your fists. Now shake it. Now give me that recipe one more time. Go!
Chop the nuts.
Pound the dough,
Bake it up.
nice and slow, then you got a
Toledo. Toledo surprise.
What's up?
Hit the beach.
Peel the skin,
Mash it up.
throw it in, that's a taste of
Toledo. Toledo surprise. First you beat it up. Then you sweep it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it into snap.
Try your folks,
Whip your whites.
split your yolks, then you got a slip.
Toledo. Toledo surprise.
You two are naturals.
Honest?
Keep it up, or I'll go work on the contract.
Hey!
About 6, 7, 8.
Oh, what's going on here?
Well, me, I'm the bell reading the rest.
Toledo surprise.
You mean you're putting the gangsters in the show and you're all competing? They're not even in the act yet!
You got it all wrong. The new act, it's for you, kitty. And these two here, they're your backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy crap! What that hot Toledo does to my libido. Let me Esposito, sugary yum yum. Surprise! Grease the cream, grease the pan, lick the spill, hit the fan. Mix your buster tuxedo, Toledo surprise!
Adolfo, he make announcement. Wedding is off. What? For the love of God, why? Adolfo's made love to the bride.
That's not the bride, you idiot. That's the chaperone.
The wedding is off.
The wedding's off!
What?
Robert kissed a French girl. Her name was Mimi. She's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you, only friends. Oh, sweet mother of pearl.
Really?
Yes, madam.
What's going on here?
Wedding, madam.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
Not anymore! Oh, what a tragedy! What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy! Clear the floor, guys. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up. Then you speed it up. When you heat it up, it tries to rise. Don't let it. Toledo surprise. Surprise.
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise.
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise. Till it's ready.
Now it's looking ready.
Surprise! Makes me twitch, makes me shake. This dessert takes the cake. We like torpedo, Toledo surprise.
Surprise. Toledo surprise.
Surprise!
And that's that. The curtain falls and it's time for the intermission. At least it would be if you were actually sitting in the Moscow theater watching The Drowsy Chaperone. Which, of course, we are not. I don't like intermissions. They ruin the magic, you know. They yank you back into reality. One moment, you're lost in a glamorous world full of music and romance, and then bang! You're surrounded by tourists. Crinkling candy wrappers and nattering about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. Oh. It's a power bar. I have a bit of a blood sugar issue. I have to eat small meals all day or I get jittery. I know it's rude, but you wouldn't like the alternative. Believe you me. Believe you me. I remember my wedding day. I didn't eat breakfast and the ceremony wasn't until 4 in the afternoon. I do. Are you surprised that I was married? Well, there you are. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people, should you? I'm a very complicated person. Enjoy the intermission.